Hello everybody, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus with me, Flik. Gonna do another Isaac run, probably do that until the streak ends and then we'll see after that. This episode is dedicated to Lord Psychon. Thank you very much for your continued support. Oh, this pen isn't working again. On Patreon last month, there we go, I've got it kind of working. There's plenty of ink, this should not be as hard as it is. Thank you for barking at me, Sora. P0YM4CDH is the seed, and last time we did actually manage to do something which I assume is from the booster pack because we unlocked a brand new item. It might be an Afterbirth Plus thing that I just hadn't unlocked because I hadn't done... I mean, what was it that unlocked it? I was fighting that room of 4 monsters where they're all pink and low HP but fast. I've done that like a dozen times, so I don't think that would be the unlock criteria unless you have to do that particular fight a certain number of times. But we got... I'm looking over at Steam. We got Mystery Egg unlocked. So it's a new item to aim for, or trinket, I guess. And it wasn't just a case of like an old achievement popping up, because we actually had the thing pop up saying it's been added to the basement, meaning it is a brand new thing that's possible to find. Oh, hello there, melted face thing. I see you get faster as I hit you. But then you also get weaker. So that's how those work. Okay. That enemy had a lot more thought put into it than the black spiders with too much HP, where their whole thing is, we have too much HP. But I suppose if this is really the super duper final forever booster pack, it makes sense that they actually tried to put a little bit of effort into this one, because it's like, this is your last chance to ever make a good impression on your fan base, and you want them to buy your next game, so you've got to leave them on a good note, because otherwise all they'll remember is the bad. Ooh, that is very lucky, and I definitely should not have picked it up when I did, especially because of that. Maybe get Petrified Poop to balance it out, or a new item. I can't remember if that's the good one or the bad one. Bugger, I can't remember if it's the good one or the bad one. I think it's the good one. Yeah, okay. It's the actual crosshair one that's bad, because that makes you continuously fire and you just have to steer where you're aiming, which is terrible. This is the one where I'll get damage up the more consecutive shots I hit. Obviously, now you're going to probably get annoyed by my attack constantly going up and down, because I'm not going to stop firing indiscriminately most of the time. But if we get certain tier effects... Actually, how does this work with Brimstone? Because Brimstone ticks a lot per shot and you can't really miss. Same with technology, I guess. I'm curious if it procs up the damage per tick the longer it sustains on an enemy. And what I wouldn't mind is another tinted rock. I do have a random tangent to go off on, by the way, but it's a very... If you're old hat, as in if you've been here for like one of the previous Isaacs series, Rebirth, Afterbirth, Afterbirth Plus, Anti-Birth, probably, you're going to be very familiar with it, because it's a common recurring story every time we get to summer. Also, where the hell is the boss? Oh, come on. The spiderweb slowed me down to the point where the shot hit me even though I moved. I mean, we still could have lost it on the boss. So, you know. But anyway, yeah, the topic of conversation. Every year around this time, I'll always mention, hey, my hay fever has... We don't have a key. Hay fever has been bad. So, apologies for sounding a little bit stuffed up if you can hear it in my voice. Most people usually say they can't. But I imagine there's a few audiophiles out there who will. But yeah, my hay fever is bad, and not only that, it's just... Every year it seems to get worse, and that's been recurring for like the last... I don't know, let's say like 5 to 7 years. Because I never used to get any hay fever symptoms. I kind of knew it was coming because of how badly my mother gets it, which again is a story I've probably retold in Isaac numerous times. Point is though, it isn't just that I have hay fever now, it's that it seems to get worse year on year. I don't know if I should be concerned about that or not, but either way it is very, very frustrating. Because I don't want to fake passion in my voice when I'm doing commentary in these videos, because I think, well, for one, you'd be able to tell since it's not who I am. But two, I don't want to sound dead inside, to be on the opposite end of the scale. I'm passionate about things that happen in Isaac, be it like getting annoyed or being pleased with like that kamikaze Pyromaniac synergy we had a few runs back. That was great. let's risk a reroll. That is polydactyl, which is just fine. Huh, have they changed how infested works? The screen didn't flash as much and the spider actually kind of bounced out of Isaac as opposed to just spawning in. I'm pretty sure that's new. Huh. We'll have to get something else that spawns familiars so I can... No, not familiars, sorry. Spiders and flies. Oh, I went the wrong way. Well, goodbye, deal with the devil. I didn't hit enough hits to get the damage required. So we have exactly 3 hearts. So the reason I was kind of mentioning it is because from April all through the summer my hay fever is bad. It's just I can't avoid it. I'm stepping out a little bit more often than I would because I want to try and avoid the pollen, but I obviously want Sora to get walks that she deserves and needs. Taking her a bit more than I would. Not more than I should, just to be clear. Just more than I would. So I'm having to suffer through that. Actually, have I just accidentally talked myself into the obvious answer? It's like I was walking Maya less and less because she was getting older and didn't really want to go long walks. Now I'm walking a dog who definitely has the energy and desire to go longer walks, so I'm spending more time outside in the summer. So therefore I'm getting exposed to the pollens that set off my hay fever more. Thus it makes it seem like my hay fever is worse this year than last year, when really it's just because I'm exposing myself to the things that set it off more. I think I just Sherlock Holmes'd it. I was gonna like go into this whole thing where I was asking you lot for like, do you suffer from hay fever? What works best for you? Because I take medication for it. It doesn't really seem to help that much, if at all. I take a nasal spray to try and keep myself from being congested, and I take an antihistamine tablet to just try and control the general symptoms of, you know, the cold-like symptoms. My mother takes eye drops, and for the most part my eyes have never bothered me that much. They're occasionally itchy. This year though, I wake up every morning and my eyes are just so itchy and sore. Like even right now I'm kind of scrunching my eyes a little bit just because they feel off. And it's a very hard thing to describe to someone who doesn't have hay fever. Like, what is hay fever? It's cold-like symptoms when you don't have a cold. And it's your body being dumb. That's the cause. Your body is wrongly assuming certain pollens are... Ooh, that's very good. Are causing you harm, so the autoimmune system kicks in. I shouldn't have taken it before going to the curse room. I'm just making all the mistakes today. And your body is fighting as if it had a cold and was fighting the cold infection, bringing about, like, the symptoms I just mentioned. The fact that it can affect your voice, and the fact that it can make you sound dour, I guess is the way to say it, are the 2 worst ones for me personally, because they directly impact what I'm doing. When I started getting hay fever and I was working retail, yeah, you know, sounding a bit lifeless at times because it's as if you have a cold. I'm sure that impacted customers, but in that scenario, you're not trying to be entertaining. It's kind of like, who cares? I should probably look into getting eye drops, especially if I'm still going out in the pollen-infested air more often now. It's not even that my eyes are sore, it's just that they're itchy, and imagine, like, not even fully scrunching your eyes, because that'd be ridiculous, but if you want to do an experiment right now, just scrunch your eyes just a little bit. Like, not a lot. Don't, like, fully scrunch your eyes so you've got a blurred vision. Just do it just a tiny, tiny bit. And at first it'll be like, well, what's the big deal? But hold it for a little while, and your eyes will start to kind of, like, itch a little bit. And that's kind of what a hay fever sufferer has, assuming it affects their eyes at all times. I think it can also lead to being a little bit short-tempered. But then again, so can any illness, honestly. If you're like choked up with the flu, your patience is definitely going to be much lower than someone who's not ill. And that's understandable, in my opinion. But it's annoying that it happens at all, because it's just the body being idiotic. I think I'm going to buy Moma Mega and just use it on this floor for the funsies of it. Explosions! Oh, well, don't I feel dumb? Don't I feel dumb? Don't I feel dumb? God. Oh dear. I don't have anything much else to say. It was on my mind, and it bothers me that it affects my... I don't know if performance is the right word, but it kind of feels like it is. Nice. Not nice. We're going to go find the item room first because I'm curious where I want to use my reroll. I could use it in the shop. Reroll wooden nickel to get something that might be useful. Could reroll the item room if it's garbage. Could reroll the boss. How did we... Wait a minute. How did we go back to 100% deal with the devil chances? Didn't I get hit prior to picking up those spurs? No, I got squeezy at the end of the last floor. Right, I forgot we were 2 floors down. I was being a dumb. Which honestly I think is a side effect of hay fever medication coupled with the lethargy. Which is also just very frustrating. Just being... having a deficit of energy, that's the way I want to say it. And I never got that at first. I used to just be like the sore throat and the slightly blocked nose or congested feeling. Then the lethargy kicked in, and that is just... I don't know if it's a fair comparison, but I know that one of the common side effects of depression is the lack of energy. Like, you want to do things, it's just your body's like, no, sleep. And I imagine that's what's similar. I don't want to directly compare in case that's insulting to those who suffer. We're definitely taking rage, incidentally, because it's fantastic. I don't mean it as an insult. I don't know. I was mostly just asking a question. I'm curious. Like, usually if I have a question about an illness, I'm asking in a video for YouTube, not because I think I'm going to get correct answers. I was going to say desperate. Disparate. That's what I was going to say. Disparate. We might just take that. I'm debating. We're going to fight the boss first. It's more so just one thing to talk about, and two, it kind of reminds me to go look stuff up just to refresh my memory. Because I've looked up hay fever before because I wanted to check the symptoms when I first started getting it. Because I wasn't sure. I was like, I went through so many years of my life where I was just like, yeah, I catch colds all the time. Like, who cares if it's summer? I just catch colds. And then I didn't realise, because I'm dumb, that it was... Maybe it's not a cold. Maybe it's something else. What could it be? Oh, hello, Dark Bum. Well, we're definitely taking Dark Bum. I'm going to just ignore Necronomicon. I was considering re-rolling it. Was there a battery in the shop? I'll wait on Little Steven for a second. I don't remember if there's a battery in the shop. I'm also not sure if I'm using lethargy correctly. I do mean a lack of energy, which is slightly different to just being tired. I think. I believe there's a literal difference in the... there's a battery there I can get. In the explanation. So, hang on a minute. Yeah, we'll pick up Giga Bean, and then we'll re-roll it. Because it's a spacebar item. Or, well, that's Kidney Bean. Whatever. Juicy sacks, or sack babies, or whatever the hell it's called. Yep. Sticky babies. It's acceptable. We'll take that, and then we'll buy the battery and reroll the shop. Well, I'll check if there was a battery just to buy in the shop first. If there is, fine. Reroll Little Steven, because Little Steven is not very good. And then, if I can get that other bomb, this other battery with a bomb rather, I will try and reroll the shop just because. So where is the shop, come to think of it? Up there. Did I leave a battery in you? I did. Can I buy this heart? Just no. I want to defeat it to Dark Bum. Let's reroll Little Steven. If Little Steven becomes something equally as bad, then I think the other reroll is going to go to the boss item again, just to try for something that's going to help a lot more. Little Dolly is good. Range and Tears, it's good. Plus Red Heart, Black Hearts, Spirit Heart. Alright, the last bomb will get used in the shop. This is a very long floor, especially considering I cleared every room almost with Mama Mega, which does it for me. But I got off on a tangent, and by now you must be used to me playing this slowly. Methodically, as I always correct myself by saying. Not playing slowly, I'm playing methodically. That's not as true when I'm playing this on stream. In those cases, it's mostly just being slow. But you know, I'm reading chat and stuff, so I'm not exactly playing optimally. Boomerang. Not worth it. Okay, that's fine. I did miss some red hearts though. So I'm just going to very quickly, by which I mean probably pretty slowly, relatively speaking, go get the red hearts I missed, and then we're finally done on the 3rd floor. 14 minutes in. I'll probably be closer to 15 by the time I'm done. We don't really need that key either. Go forth and feast, Dart Bomb. Go forth and feast. And then between floors, I'm going to take this opportunity to re-educate myself on hay fever. I'm going to go look at the NHS entry for it. Specifically the symptoms. Sorry, I just heard the dog do something. I think she was just readjusting herself. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she has, but she's in a really, really dumb position. It's quite funny. I think I could quickly turn on the camera and show you. Hang on. Just do that. Oh, she caught me. But she was lying just with her back up like that, stretched. Oh dear. Alright, well hang on, since I'm alt-tabbed from the game anyway. Let's go here. NHS. Hay fever symptoms. There we are. Introduction to hay fever. Right, hay fever symptoms vary in severity and may be worse some years, depending on the weather conditions and pollen count. Alright, can read the rest as we go. The time of year when your symptoms start will depend on the types of pollen you're allergic to. Sometimes you seem to be allergic to all the pollens, and then it feels like you're suffering all year. I added that bit. The symptoms of hay fever include frequent sneezing. I must admit I've been sneezing more this year, but still relative to how much my mother sneezes from hay fever, doesn't even compare. Like today I've sneezed twice so far and it's not, well, it's just past midday. I'd say I'm on like a 2 sneeze per day protocol. If my mother starts sneezing from hay fever, she could be doing it like a dozen times in one sitting. So definitely don't have that as bad. Runny or blocked nose? I only ever get the runny nose after I sneeze, which I think is totally common. Blocked nose all the time. I would describe it as congested more so than blocked. It doesn't feel like I can't breathe through my nose, but it feels off if I try to. Like it feels like there's something stuck in there when there's nothing. That sounds very strange, probably. Oh, just more spiders. That's what I wanted in these red chests. More spiders, although they were allied ones. Also, Curse of Darkness, now that I have, like, I fixed those lighting issues I was having with certain games. I know I've moaned about this twice, but I can't help reiterating every time I get it. I can't see a goddamn thing. Curse of Darkness is too effective now. But if I turn the brightness up, it makes the rest of the game look too washed out. And I'm not willing to change it for the semi-occasional Curse of Darkness. Luckily, Dart Bomb should keep us in a positive HP situation here. Itchy, red or watery eyes. Conjunctivitis, in other words. Itchy eyes, yep. Red eyes, I think so. I don't really look at myself in the mirror very often. Well, that's not true. I do it at night when I'm brushing my teeth. But by then, you're tired, so it's a bit harder to tell, I guess. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll go with a maybe on that one. Watery eyes, occasionally. Ooh, glitter bombs. Yeah, we'll go with the glitter bomb. That's 5 free bombs, and now they pay out the stuff if I use them. I can't see the enemies. Oh, God. Marked, or whatever the one is called that we did actually pick up, is the best item we've had so far, outside of Dart Bomb keeping us alive. Assuming you aim, which isn't always viable even if you would prefer to be able to aim. I can't see the enemies again. Oh, apparently I got them though. Right, gotta try and remember that battery's there. A cough caused by post-nasal drip. What a horrible sentence. Mucus dripping down the throat from the back of the nose. Coughing... I don't think I get that one. Clearing my throat, I almost do it like instinctively when it's itching. It's just, I know, oh, for the record, if you're about to reply, but that makes it worse. I know. It's like when you have chickenpox, you can't help but itch even though you know there's a risk of scarring yourself. But if your throat is itchy, you're in the habit of going or like, you know, that kind of thing. I can't help it. It's a natural inclination or a reaction. But no, I don't think I cough particularly much thanks to hay fever. I don't know, maybe I do and I just haven't really internalized that I'm doing it, because a lot of these things just, your body just does them. You don't really need to notice because it's got it handled. It's not a double floor, it's just a long floor. Oh, why was I dodging in such a horrible, horrible manner? Well, I want many things here. That is not the kind of payout I was hoping for. We'll take Humbling Bundle so that I can get double the money I'm about to withdraw. Buy that. We don't need the bomb. We don't need bog off bombs, really. So those are those super... That's the super common list of potential symptoms of hay fever. But then there's the less common ones that you can sometimes get, but they're not as common in normal sufferers. The first one I only know what it is because of Scrubs, and it's anosmia. I didn't actually know that was a symptom. Anosmia is the loss of your sense of smell. And I remember that because there was an episode of Scrubs where the main character, JD, accidentally gave somebody anosmia in a treatment. He was worried they were going to get sued, but really the point of the story, it doesn't really matter, but the point of the story was you don't, on a legal sense, take culpability for doing something like that happens, but to make the patient feel better, you pretend to. Also, I had no idea there was a little horn in here as well. What the hell? Have I lost my sense of smell at any point? Maybe. I honestly don't know. I wasn't aware that was a symptom. I don't remember ever reading that either. Don't want the belly button. I mean, I don't want the box. We can do better than the box. Just straight up red HP. I'll take that because I hope to be able to trade it away on the next floor. I'll take a battery as well, just so we can have a charge ready for the next floor, because they're not doing anything sitting here. So yeah, anosmia. I did not know that. I'm going to pay more attention to that now. Facial pain caused by blocked sinuses, I believe I do get. Like, I've been feeling like I have earache on one side, and I feel like my glands are a little bit swollen. So yeah, I all around the face, just kind of general soreness. I would say probably I get that a little bit. It varies. I love that I'm just going through an NHS treatment, well, not even a treatment article, it's just an education article on what hay fever is. Is that more or less interesting than just talking tactics of the run? I'm genuinely curious on that one. So this is a nightmare room, especially now they spawn more of those things. Don't worry, there's only like 3 more symptoms in the less common list. But I think the reason why I think my hay fever is getting worse year upon year is because I seem to be getting more symptoms. Or the severity of the symptoms increases. One more. God damn it. Bloody tanky elites. There we go. Christ. Let's try for some black hearts. I've got bombs to spare. Is that the first tarot card of the run? I think it is. So let's see, what's after that? Facial pain. Headaches. No, I wouldn't say I have that. Very infrequently I've ever had headaches. Can't say I've never had them as a result of hay fever, but nah. Definitely not frequently enough to be considered a symptom anyway. Curse the unknown. Is it 3 red hearts, 3 spirit hearts, I think? Oh hey, next one is earache. Yep, got that. Got that right now, in fact. My left ear has been sore all day. I actually thought that was a side effect just of the facial pain. I didn't realise earache was a separate symptom. So I guess that does kind of just prove that my symptoms are getting moderately worse. Huh. Didn't realise that. I feel like this has been updated since I last looked at it, because I'm getting surprised by what I'm reading, even though I am sure I've read it before. Pardon me? Did you all see that? I took damage before the drop had even finished. Grief. So I lost like 2 black hearts. I think I have 1 left. The point is though I have 3 red hearts, which is the important part to deal with. Goodbye. Didn't get to deal with the devil on a 67% chance. Nice. Alright, we're at the tier cap at least. And then finally is the one I knew about from last time. Tiredness and fatigue. So we don't describe it as lethargy, so I have been using the wrong word. Unless they're synonyms. This is a chance for us all to learn. Lethargy. A lack of energy or enthusiasm. I think it's more... Oh, is it a synonym? Where are we here? Synonyms for sluggishness, dullness, listless, stagnation, laziness, idleness, indolence, sloth, sleepiness, fatigue. Yeah, okay, they are. Lethargy is a synonym of fatigue. So yes, I was using the right word. Ghost pepper, occasional burn, right? Based on your luck, which is -1 right now, so... I think I'd like to find the shop to try and buy a spirit heart. Because we lost a lot. We've also been getting no red heart drops, so Dart Bomb has been going unfed for like most of this floor, most of the last floor too. The other symptoms are annoying, like in the day-to-day life sense, but it's tiredness and fatigue. It could be a real pain when your job is to try and enthusiastically entertain a crowd. Devil card. The convalescence of like that plus other things is just a constant frustration in the mire that is content creation these days. No spirit heart, but we can't reroll. Well, champion belt is damage. Yeah, champion belt is damage, but we don't have enough money. Didn't actually mean to pick up the battery. Trying for a half price card, eh? The coupon has appeared in the basement. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I've had the coupon. Like, this isn't a case of me unlocking a new item. I've had the coupon. I've used it frequently. So maybe I have seen Mystery Egg before and just not realised? No, that can't be right. I haven't seen Mystery Egg. No. No, in that case it definitely was an item. Coupon, though, we've seen, so I don't know why it's saying it's now appearing in the basement. Yeah, I've used it, haven't I? It's the one that makes a random item in the shop free. As opposed to the other shop... wrong way. The other shop-related item which makes one thing entirely free. Of your... Like, it all becomes free, but then you pick one and then that's it. Unless it makes the whole shop free. I can't remember now. I also can't remember the name of the item I'm thinking of because I don't see it that often. But I'll go back to what I was talking about. Energy sapped via crap like hay fever. Stream quality sapped because of BT. Also, BT is losing a lot of jobs right now, which is, from a Schadenfreude point of view for the company as a whole, satisfying because I hope it's the wake-up call they need to actually provide a quality service. Because they definitely do not. Also, I bet it's not their call centres where their jobs are getting lost. It'll be the people who actually matter. But I think that drove people away. Stagnating series, with the exception of Isaac. I think Isaac could stick around forever and there'd be a certain contingent of people who would watch it because it's a watchable game. Every run, almost literally, can be so different. But other stagnating series, obviously Far Cry 5 was terrible. I think the tail end of Subnautica probably annoyed people. And with it being summer, there's not much else to focus on now. Obviously we've got E3 to look forward to, and that's going to be like a bunch of games that are coming out towards the end of the year, and next year. I don't want to tread over that ground again, though. We've spent way too much time talking about that. The struggles of not only trying to be noticed on YouTube, but sustain growth is not entertaining. Neither is whinging about your health. So I should talk less about hay fever and IBS. I'm making all these mental notes to myself. It's like, talk less about your health problems. Talk less about how annoying YouTube is. Focus more on irrelevant stories about a dumb thing your dog did. And I'm not even saying that cynically, I'm saying that from the point of view where it does make sense. Why would you want to listen to someone being miserable? You wouldn't. Although, to balance that out slightly, I also would not understand why you would want to watch somebody who doesn't even attempt to entertain. Like, you can try and entertain and fail. That's easy enough. I do that daily. But to not even try, I don't really understand. I guess maybe if you're just like super good at a game, the reason people are watching you is not because they expect you to be insightful or witty or funny or dumb. They're watching for the skill cap rather than the... Like, that's for speedrunners, that must be the thing, because they rarely talk, and I have watched some speedrunners. They just put music on, they let their chat discuss whatever, and they focus on being very good in one very specific way. And it is impressive. I keep meaning to get around to watching that guy who... it's not really classed as a speedrun, but he played through all the Dark Souls games one after the other in one sitting without ever getting hit. And that's damn impressive. Like, ridiculously impressive. But I'm not sure how long the VOD of it is. But yeah, it's on my to watch list at some point. Did the crown change enemy there? I feel like the top left enemy had the crown and then it was the bottom left. There's a red heart for you, buddy. I had to use a glitter bomb to get you it. And then you didn't give me a spirit heart. My heart is broken, Dark Bum. You were supposed to bring balance to the run. And instead, you're just kind of floating there because no red hearts are available. Now we finally have a trinket. And actually, since we have glitter bombs, it's pretty good. So when we pick up money, there's a very high chance we'll pay out with a bomb. Of course, it didn't there because otherwise that would have proved my point. What? Did that just... I didn't know the skulls could pay out with troll bombs. Huh. Hell, maybe I've seen it happen and just not realised that's the cause of the spawn. But yeah, I didn't know that. Well, our deal with the devil is in jeopardy again. Why did the death card trigger? I don't have dry baby. I'm so confused. What on earth triggered the... like the negative effect there? No, come on, you can puzzle this out. I also forgot I have rage, so every time I get hit it is actually beneficial. Is that ghost pepper like a side effect of ghost pepper? No, that can't be right. It must have been the champion type that one of those were, because I didn't recognise the champion colour. Also thanks to Contact from Below, when the bombs do pay out, they are doubled up. Hey, there's the damage up. Excellent. A little bit of a shame. Is this our last shop? Yeah. It's a little bit of a shame that our last shop is great. Jesus. It could be a secret room, actually. Yeah. Well, we don't really need them. Oh, is Dark Bum paying out with occasional troll bombs? Because that almost looked like it came out of Sticky Baby, but that's... I didn't think that was possible. But it definitely looked like Dark Bum paid out with that. But he didn't eat any hearts prior to that. What is this? Something weird is going on. There's some kind of synergy or item I'm missing, and I don't know what it is, and that bothers me. We might as well just give them... Oh wait, no, that's not the one that drops 2 hearts. That's the one that doubles your hearts. That's no good to Dark Bum. Dark Bum needs a heart to feast on. Isaac. Yeah, we're going to rip you apart. Especially if I can land consecutive hits. There we go. Krampus. Not Krampus. Don't remember what the crown does, but everybody tells me it's bad. Take the pact for sure. We'll re-roll. And we will take the Whore of Babylon. We're not going to get the effect of it until we lose that last red heart, but I have faith. I don't know why, but I have faith that we will. Down we go. Alright. Scarred Womb 1. Why do I have 2 mouths? Do you see that? I have very much got 2 mouths. But because the other one is, like the lower one is very visible, it's more like I've just got like a dog nose, I guess. Or I guess you could just say that's a gaping hole where his nose should be. Freaky. Either way, good damage. Every time we're hit, our damage goes up to a point. As long as we don't lose out on red hearts, a chest win should be in the bag. And I don't usually like calling stuff like that because, well, you just need to look at the run that I call, you know, everything that can go wrong does go wrong. There's still ways for the game to do that. Like, what if I first get to the chest and it's Curse of the Unknown or whatever one it is where you don't know what items you're picking up and, oh, soy milk. That'd be it, we'd be done. No matter how many red hearts dropped. Oh, hello, new thing. Yeah, I remember you vaguely. Oh, they were heat-seeking shots, are they? That's interesting. Curse of the Unknown is no health. Or no known health. We've been getting that so much, just in general. I feel a grumble brewing, but that would be counterintuitive to my attempts to try and be more entertaining during Isaac. That was good to have. Wow, that was super lucky. It's good to have goals. And I am recording a lot more Isaac at the moment because I don't really have anything else I can think of to fill a gap in the schedule. Maybe the trick is to try and be more irreverent. I don't know, it's like I'm theorizing when I could just ask directly. I think I kind of did earlier in the episode, didn't I? Do you prefer me talking shop, or do you prefer me talking the shop round back that nobody knows about unless you have the secret password? And things can sometimes get too real. Sometimes they can be stupid. Sometimes they can just be cute stories about dogs. Other times it's questioning reality. And most of the time it's complaining about YouTube and YouTube clickbait culture. There's not a huge backlog of Isaac, so I'd see your reaction to me asking that in like a week, I would say, tops. Yeah, I would say a week, I'm pretty sure. It might sound like a lot. Ooh, that helps, because we don't really need the bombs. So that'll mean we get tons of red hearts if we pick up any money. And then Dark Bum will get his red hearts that way. And in turn, we will get our spirit hearts. And our occasional bombs, apparently. Thank you very much. Although even if I do end up going off on some random tangent, usually by the womb we're back to just talking about the run because the story has exhausted itself. Not always, but mostly. I do remember, like, kind of like, I don't know if it would be a wake-up moment or just a moment of realization that not everybody likes sticking to like a random topic of conversation. It's that episode of Gungeon where it was a live stream recorded one and we just talked about it for the whole episode. Like, I think I made it right to the end and we were still talking about like how much of the book I'd read and some issues I had with like the story in certain places. We're just talking about Stephen King's It for like an hour while I also happened to be playing Gungeon. And I do remember specifically, like, there was one comment when I went over to the YouTube side being like, yeah, I didn't really want to watch this one because I didn't want to hear you talk about a book for an hour. It wasn't even that they were worried about spoilers, to be clear. It's just that they didn't find the topic of conversation. Oh, hello there. Okay. I really shouldn't have fast-forwarded that because I've got no idea what your name is. You are new. And, oh, Jesus, very dangerous. Oh, gotta watch out for that. Ah! What is this? Jesus. You're very annoying. Right, he's back to the start of his cycle, I think. Ah! He had a chub inside him. It was chub, but he was covered in bits. That's a very difficult boss. We will definitely just take speed and damage, thanks. And we'll definitely take a... Well, do I need a theme? That's like the AoE damage around us if I get hit. I think the mark is probably just a better idea. And now we have her Babylon, so we're up to 21.52 damage, and we're going to stomp the rest of the game. Excellent. Alright, I've got to remember now then, on the womb floors, don't instantly fast forward the boss intro animation because it might be the new one, so I can learn what it's called. And then try and commit it to memory. We're firing glowing death balls of death. Death balls of death. Now that's the lethargy. Like I noticed that especially towards the end of streams recently. It's just my mind stops working. Can't really use the excuse that it's early now either. But I'm still gonna. Just the mind just it wanders. Or wanders if you prefer. Also, we don't get to know what our HP is on this floor either. Because I like surprises. Like, I met my sister the other day for the first time in a little while. And she wanted to see Sora. And we were just chatting. And I was so used to only really, other than talking to my mother, talking to strangers who've stopped me to want to talk to Sora. I remember saying at one point to my sister, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go meet my mother later." And then I kind of caught myself and went, "Yeah, our mother." And after that conversation, I was just like, Jesus. I mean, I know that was early in the morning, that conversation, to be fair. That was very early in the morning. I believe it was just 9 o'clock, barely. But yeah, that was a moment where I was like, are you dumb? Have you reached the age where your intelligence stops going up and starts decreasing? You just referred to your mother as my mother to a person who also has the same mother. It's like, oh god, you need to go back to bed. And I honestly, the last few days I felt like I needed to like have a little bit of a sleep during the day. I feel like I need it so that I'm more energetic during the streams, but I can't because Sora barely lets me sleep during the night. She's just got too much energy. But I knew that going in. I may complain, but I knew going in how much attention and devotion and honestly how annoying a puppy can be at times. But it's worth it. It's like the annoyance when you first have a puppy and you're trying to train it. It's worth it because of the life you're going to spend with the dog. Just like the sad end for a pet is worth it because of the journey to get there. We've now reached the too real section of the irreverent commentary of this video. You gotta talk about something while wraths avoid you and don't try and kill you. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I'm surprised I had room for both those spirit hearts. If they were black hearts, I would have been like, yeah, sure, it would have just replaced that spirit heart. How many times have I been hit on this floor? We've got to be near cap, though. We have to be. Speaking of have to, the boss has to be down here. It's too far from where I started for it not to be. It lives again. Alright, watch how far the damage can go up, I guess. How's it going to cap, or what's it going to cap at? 18.52? Oh wait, no, we still have rage though. 19.52. Overdue for Krampus. If it was Lump of Coal, I would have just taken it, of course. We'll reroll into Little Brim, which is okay. And we're just going to skip straight to Isaac, because the cathedral is the waste of space floor on this particular route. Yeah, our HP was fine. Is it worth me actually stopping to fire to let Little Brim fire? My watch is dinging at me. Is that a text message? Hang on. Alright, it is a text I need to reply to, but we're going to try and quickly finish this run first. Did my phone dinging at me annoy you, Sora? I'm not done yet, I'm almost done. I think that probably means we're just going to have to push straight to Blue Baby as best I'm able, despite the curse. That said, with 0 luck, we're not going to get an abundance of chests anyway, so it's not like we can do much with this, which is a shame because we've got a fantastic damage rate and a fantastic tier rate. Let me just quickly reply to this. I know it's a bit unprofessional again, but it's my mother wanting an answer now. Right, there we go. She was telling me about a closing down sale and wanted to know if I wanted anything in particular. It's like, I don't know. I'm not there. What does Matlin's even have? Oh, we have my reflection for this room. Maybe I shouldn't have taken $3 bill. I took it just because of the, like, low random aspect. I want to reroll everything else there because we don't need it to win. But, yep, there you are. Can you come back again? Oh yeah, there you are again. Hey, Firemind. My old enemy. Is Firemind still bad or did they fix it? I don't know how they could have fixed it other than remove the fact that it explodes. Make me stronger. Oh, need one more room, my bad. I can't count. Red, I was going to say Peep. Dingle is the worst. There, look, there. And pay it in here, so I don't have to go back. Thank you. Not worth taking. Ooh, the eyeballs may be fun. I don't think Triple Shot does anything other than make the run worse, but I'm very, very curious what this will now look like. Do we still have 2 mouths? Kinda, I think. So Triple Shot, eyeballs, $3 bill. So we're going to get random tier effects. Yeah, now we're on Psychic Eyeballs. That's pretty cool. I love the noise the eyeballs make. That's the only reason I took it. We're obviously firing a lot less because Triple Shot carries a massive tears down. Those don't even look like eyeballs. Those look like plasma grenades or something. Those ones do. There we go. Oh, we had something that made us much stronger there. Polyphemus, I guess. Firemind. Oh, and Tough Love. The fact that eyeball tears make the tears linger can be so good with certain effects. Poor little fellers. Oh, I fell in this hole. All you did was make me stronger. And as expected, we're not getting any payouts. In terms of items, I mean. Poisoning a poop monster. Oh, scythes. Scythes with eyeballs on them. It's glorious. Oh, it's gone. Get mom's contact effect there. Oh, Blue Baby isn't over here, huh? It's just a feast. Here. Those were just normal size that time. I say just. Oh, there we go. Now they're special again. Yeah, they glow red as long as I land the hits. Oh, we can try out that infested thing. I'll wait till the room's over. Should probably clear it of eyeballs first too. Hang on, down here. Yeah, they've done something to the infested pill. It doesn't seem as intrusive when it flashes, and they just kind of pop out. They also seem to pay out less though, which is a little bit of a shame. I think it used to be a guaranteed like 4 flies, 2 spiders, or maybe 4 and 4. I'm just gonna face tank you, I think. I'm about to finish. I'm killing the last boss. You big crybaby. Alright. Cashing that one in because the dog is getting impatient for my attention. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you very much for doing so, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta for now.